I said, no, this dog is trained. He's a service dog. He says, well, what's the service? What does he do for you? I said, well, you see, I'm blind. He guides me. I'm clearly puzzled. There's a really long pause here. And finally, she comes back to me and says, yeah, but you don't look blind. This time I couldn't resist. I said, oh, thank you, and you don't look stupid. Still trying to have a little more compassion for people who let their eyesight impair their judgment. Another time a guy comes up to me and says, excuse me, sir, hey, is that one of those blind dogs? I said, man, I hope not. If we're both blind, I am screwed. And sometimes we're motivated to get comfortable with discomfort by the loved ones in our lives. So my wife and I have 2 kids. And look, like every parent, I wanted to be able to spend time with my kids doing some activity, teaching them how to shoot a jump shot or kick a soccer ball or play catch. But the last time I tried to play catch, the only thing I caught was a black eye and a bruised ego. So because none of those are options for me anymore, at home, I decided to take a slightly different path. So at home, me and the kids train with Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, BJJ. And so if you don't know what that is, it's the martial art of grappling. It involves no striking, which is good for me, because if it did, I would just end up being somebody's punching bag. So instead of competing with striking, this martial art consists of defending yourself using chokeholds and joint locks. And so, although I might not be able to teach my kids how to shoot a jump shot, I can teach them how to defend themselves. And so every now and then we'll go down to the basement where I have a mat and we'll do a self-defense day. And look, I wanted to be able to spend time with my kids like every other parent, but also I wanted us to all have an opportunity to get more comfortable with discomfort. And with Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, there's plenty of opportunity to get comfortable with discomfort. Let me tell you, the first time a black belt puts you in a chokehold with no way out, it is absolutely terrifying. It feels like your head is being put inside of a vacuum cleaner bag. But by repeatedly moving towards that discomfort, you learn to settle into the terror. You learn that instead of panicking and having your adrenaline take over, you learn to control your breathing, bring your heart rate down, step through the fear, and start calmly looking for a way out. And how helpful would that be in life? Whether you're on the mat training or in the gym, dealing with a scary personal issue or a stressful work issue. What if you could get calm in the face of fear? Funny thing happens, the more you get comfortable with discomfort, the more you'll notice your comfort zone expanding. And that's because you're expanding. You're stepping into a deeper sense of self. So create a culture of getting comfortable with discomfort so your association can experiment, innovate, and improve member engagement.